Na, megtankoltunk 12 és fél gallon, csak $27, gyerekek, itt 2,18 a benzin, gondolom 2,15 tagoknak. Hol vagyunk? Murphy's. Ja, amúgy most másztam ki a Walmartból. Egyre olcsóbb a benzin, gyerekek, mindjárt ingyen lesz. Na jó, csapjuk gyorsan fel a bányába. Nullázzunk. 293 mérföld. Még nem volt teljesen üres a tank, de mondom, itt jó olcsó, itt megtanuljuk. Amúgy az este elértük, 10 nap után elértük a 3000 mérföldet. 169-400 körül indultunk, most 172-450. És akkor tegyük be 12,5-tel elosztva 23,44. Oké, az jó. Na, csapjuk, ott vagyunk egy fél óra múlva a barlangnál, 9:30-kor indul a túra. Úgy rohadt meleg volt a tegnap, gyerekek, egész nap, akkor vezettem is. 90 Fahrenheit fölött volt, 33 Celsius fok. Este is meleg volt, párás volt reggel. Lefeküdtem korán, éjfél körül, fél 12 körül lefeküdtem. És fél 8-kor már felébredtem, meleg volt. Majdnem takaró se kellett, az ihecska vékony plédet dobtam magamra. Na, de elben múlva a taknyolásom, még egy kicsit dünnyögős a hangom, de most már jó vagyok, tegnap kicsit szarú voltam. Ugye volt egy kis láz, meg még folyt egy kicsit az orrom, meg köhögtem. Na, de most már jó vagyunk, úgyhogy csapjuk a barlangba. Arra a hegyre megyünk fel oda. Buena Vista Estates. Az szép lakónegyed. Cave City. És megérkeztünk a Mamut Cave National Parkba. Mamut barlang. Nem azért kapta a nevét, mert itt sok mamut van, vagy volt. Hoppá, mi mozog a bokorban. Hanem azért, mert hatalmas barlang, hatalmas termekkel. Valami 10 millió évvel ezelőtt kezdett formálódni. És ez a világ leghosszabb barlangrendszere. 400 mérföld, kb. 650 km, amit már felfedeztek, de egyes barlangászok, barlangkutatók szerint az is lehet, hogy 1000 mérföldnyi, 1600 kilométernyi barlangrendszer van itt, amit még nem fedeztek fel. Itt vagyunk a Visitor Centerbe. Miért tettek oda a magasba áramlikat? Megcsináltam a foglalást tegnap, most csak vesszük fel a jegyet, és indulunk Downs and Dripstones 9:30-kor. Amúgy most nincs nagy forgalom, nincs kifogyva, kékkel lenne írva, meg van be van telve, nem kifogyva a helyek. Állítólag elég sok. 2 millió látogató jön a parkba évente, és abból 1,5 millióan megnézik a barlangokat. Mamut Cave. Nagyon pazarul meg van itt csinálva. Minden gyönyörű. Shelter A, Shelter B. B-ből indulunk. Két órás barlang túra lesz. Egy hotel is van itt hátul. Ilyen buszokkal visznek ki. Mind az iskolás buszok olyan. Csak zöld, nem sárga.
First call for the 9:30 Domes and Drift Zones, now meeting at Shelter B. If you have tickets for this tour, please make way to Shelter B. Please be advised that there are no restrooms or water fountains on. Y'all got tickets for that?
Yep.
Tickets. Can you believe that? So these this precautionary tale before we go actually into the cave. So there are initially around 300 steps down into the cave. If you do not like dark, cold, like gloomy places, why did you come on this tour? It is the cave. We're going to see some cave today. So if you cannot do 300 steps down, this might not be the tour for you.
This is the...
My name again is Nat. Down below is Ranger Dave. He'll be trailing you guys, making sure that everyone remains safe and intact for the rest of the day. I do have to show you guys this white card. I'll read it to you right now. If you have heart or breathing problems, trouble walking long distances, we're gonna meet at Grand Central Station where you guys can sit and I'll talk some more.
Good morning.
Down there.
Yes?
Amazing. You think about the first guy that comes into these caves and that discovered them and did all that crawling and whatever. Crazy. Hard to imagine. Wow. One in a couple of steps. So how long does the initial walk down usually take?
Kind of depends on everyone else.
People? 10 or 15 minutes?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you don't have anything other than bats down here.
We can get into that.
Okay. you a caver person?
I am not. I've not caved before. But there's definitely a lot of the guides that have been here
Yeah.
for a longer period of time. Have definitely caved and are definite cavers.
It's a different breed of cat.
Yes.
Not on my bucket list.
It's definitely tedious.
Some people just do crazy things. I got a friend that has climbed the highest peak in every continent in the world.
Really?
Why anybody would want to do that or could do that is amazing to me.
Yeah. Well, good for him.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Wow. Is this the bottomless pit or no?
No.
I
That's
see a
in,
bottom.
That's on the historicals.
Oh, okay.
You're not going to see that.
All right.
So what's some of the stuff on the historical tour that we're not going to hear because we're not on that one?
You'll just hear more about like the tour guides, like Stephen Bishop, and some of those and the stories that they tell.
The guy that originally founded and that kind of stuff?
Right. He was a pretty large. He discovered a lot of the cave. You're not going to hear about that.
It's interesting. Like I said, I was at Lookout Mountain, Ruby Falls Cave yesterday, and there's like this old junky country store like a half a mile away from that, and I stopped just to get directions basically.
Yeah.
And the lady running it is like the granddaughter of the person who originally found it and discovered it and did all that stuff.
Oh, really?
So I learned more from her in that store than I did all day on the tours.
Right.
Where is everybody? Think half of it went back.
This cave is a lot wetter than that, the other one. Yesterday, the guy said, there is a rock in this cave with your name on it. Please don't find it.
Oh, that's brutal.
And he was right. I found one that had my name.
I see a fallen rock. That's not a good sign.
So today I'm using the hand in front of my head method a lot.
Oh.
Nice.
So how do you get electricity down here?
There's transformers and wires. You'll see. Out there.
But you're on the grid. You don't have like generators or.
There are backup generators, yeah, but you can see like
You have nighttime
you have like
tours?
wires coming through.
Yeah.
Alright, let me turn on the-
Y'all have nighttime lamp tours?
Oh, we do, yeah.
Yeah.
Take a seat.
All right.
Now we're talking.
Classroom.
Front?
I'm gonna be up here. Welcome.
Oh, look, 4 of us made it.
Yay.
I guess everybody will.
They all turned back and went home.
Ranger Dave back there, right?
Cracking the whip.
He's all the way in the back.
I was at the caboose yesterday.
I was hoping to see a bat on the way down though.
Yeah. Did you say you saw a bat?
No, I did not. I was hoping to.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last. When you want that flying bat.
You want to see bats, you should have gone to Louisville.
Oh yeah?
The Louisville Slugger factory.
Oh.
Bats is in Louisville.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
$3,000 per step.
280. You're pretty good. You got some money there. So, walking down, did you guys happen to notice anything on the walls or in the wall? Water, nice. Crickets, okay. Do you notice anything else? Spiders. All right, well, did you guys see fossils?
No.
No. There are some fossils in there. There's actually quite a bit of colonial corals within the walls. So some geology for you guys. Millions and millions of years ago, Kentucky was under an ocean. This was all underwater. There was no limestone. This was all just a nice ocean flowing. When that ocean disappeared, slowly went more south, this rock, limestone, it's a sedimentary rock. It's calcium carbonate made up of fossili of calcium-based life forms, so a lot of corals, a lot of other life like that. It slowly began to solidify. So this limestone began to solidify and created this limestone base. Now, a Michigan river came through, left its delta on top, left its sand and other minerals on top of this limestone, and that slowly solidified and left a sandstone and shale cap. That sandstone and shale cap is the reason why Mammoth Cave is the longest cave in the world, because it remains everything to be dry. Because that sinkhole plain that I had mentioned before, the water will, like rainfall and other water coming through the area, it cannot penetrate that sandstone, so it will brush off the sandstone, go underground from that sinkhole plain, and start chiseling away at that limestone, because that water, it's not a perfect pH of 7, it's actually around 5.6. It starts chiseling away at a weaker rock, which is this limestone. It'll find weak points within the limestone. You can see the layers here, and it'll find a weak layer and start breaking through and eventually create a cave like this. It kind of makes me laugh, because this tour is called Domes and Dripstones. Well, you saw it. Because the majority of this cave that you'll see is very dry. And that dryness is what makes this cave 412 miles of just discovered cave and the longest cave in the world. Total 1,000 miles of cave, but we're still discovering today. But I'm going to give you guys this luxury. Do you want to see what this 412 miles of the cave looks like when we're not here?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
there going to be some spots where we definitely want to take picture?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Watch your head.
So the stuff that's on the ground here is all naturally just fallen a million years ago or something?
Mm-hmm. What I'm going to talk about here.
Oh, the ceiling looks like it's concrete.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazingly smooth.
Yeah.
You guys can have another seat. That was the longest record. He got lost around the 1800 in like 1850. He took the wrong turn. His lamp went out, and he was stuck down here for 39 hours. So, do you guys want to break that record?
No.
All right. So don't get lost. So throughout the cave, you might see some more. You might see some more fossils inside the wall. That doesn't mean go looking for them or touching the rock or trying to pick them out if you do see them.
Will we see much mica?
I don't believe so.
I'm curious.
I have not seen any mice. If you see a rock, it's limestone.
Yeah.
It is. It is pretty nice.
So is that more sandstone? Is that the
Higher?
sandstone?
No, that's good. That ceiling is limestone.
Elég cool, eh? Nem kell lenne betonozva. Mennyezet, olyan sima egyenes.
I got 3 good ones for you. Have a seat than the ones before. This is a really good example of the breakdown that is occurring. So here, it was not created through the river or water rushing through this entire area. It was created through the water rushing through the bottom. So you'll see kind of on the side that there's spots where you see pockets that the water would be rushing through. And so as the walls lose their foundation, they lose their base, they, as I had mentioned before, they fall, and it creates this natural arch. You look at the ceiling, you say, why does it look like they cemented or plastered the ceiling? They did not. That is nature being nature. Actually, if you were to just flip it, if you were to imagine everything just rotated a full 180, you'd be surprised how bumpy the ceiling actually is. But it does look pretty flat. As I had mentioned before, this majority of the cave is dry. But obviously and that's because of that sandstone roof. Now, just like your homes, you sometimes get cracks in that roof, and I want to bring your attention to these formations. Do you guys know what these formations are called?
Stalactites.
Absolutely. These are stalactites. This is the reason why it's called fairy ceiling, because there we have the fairy castle and her followers. We have the fairy castle's village over here, and there's the fairy mother-in-law's castle right there. She's in her own castle. So these are stalactites. Stalactites are formed when the acidic water finds a crack in that sandstone and starts to chisel away at the limestone from above. As that water is chiseling through, it'll pick up some of that calcium, and when it comes through and meets a big area like this, as that water is evaporating and slowly dripping down, that calcium is being deposited and created, and in result creating these stalactites. It's kind of like you just stand up on your toes, you just have a big old thing with all those positions. You just press like consider me, and you have like all your references and stuff like that. So it's pretty simple. And then like you just press consider me, then the SC looks at it and they think they're a good fit, and they actually send it on over to the organization. Yeah. On through. As I said, the water carves out many different pockets, and that's pretty much the whole exploration and interest in caving, is finding new parts to the cave. As that water has carved out a certain passage, you might just find yourself in another big passage like this where the water carved out and breakdown occurred and some pretty cool stuff happened. I want to bring your attention to that rock. I have always thought that is going to fall, but it hasn't yet, and it will not today, so you guys are good.
How do you know?
That next tour, maybe not, but we should be pretty good today. No, I'm kidding. That rock's been there for a long time, and it has looked like that every day. It does not change. So, do you guys know what's underneath a stalactite? If once the stalactite forms and that water drops, what's that other formation called? A stalagmite. So the way you can differentiate that is a stalactite will hang tight to the ceiling, and a stalagmite might be on the ground. It's not sophisticated stuff, but it works for me, so it might work for you. Up ahead, there's a lot more water. So that means that there is a crack in the sandstone, or yeah. I'm done. Yeah. I mean, fish and wildlife, that's pretty cool.
We got a lot of good things there. That's one that all the states have around there.
How long are you here for? Are you camping now? In the park? Yeah. Did you get that national park passport?
No, so it doesn't have some of the gone through all this information. Oh, the passport.
The passport, like where you get, yeah, you should. I can follow Instagram.
I've been collecting pins. I've been picking out a pin on this place. I don't even know how to
I want to touch it.
Take your time, no hurry. You want me to get there any faster?
Ah, this looks amazing.
They do, they sell it in the kitchen. And, at the business center. Yeah. It's a pretty cool thing to have. national parks. It's like the national forests, like every national thing.
I'm talking about the ties. Like the, I guess you in all the parks.
America the Beautiful. I want to touch it.
No, take your time, no hurry. You're not gonna get there any faster.
Ah, this looks amazing.
They do. They sell it in the
They want us to take care of theirs. Right. And that was 45.
That's what happens when you don't clean.
Whoa.
Well, no one was
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's so wet.
Why do we have a fence over here?
Because the visitors would trash the place otherwise.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
They would break.
They already have.
Oh.
Anything they can reach, they've already broken off.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Disrespectful little fucks. That's wet.
How did you go down there?
Where?
The stairs down there. The stairs?
Yeah. It's probably the historic tour.
Gotta go through the water? Dave, how do you get to those stairs, man? Are those still used or no?
No, they're not used, and
It's a long step to get there.
Yeah. So it's part of an old tour or something. Cool.
They used to do a little boat ride down there.
Cool.
Don't worry, Mama won't find that phone, bro. Break it yourself.
That must be a leak here. Oh, there's one. Oh, yeah. Damn.
Oh, that's the cricket?
Yeah, there's a few. There's another one. Oh, look at this one.
Definitely look like spike.
Yeah.
That's a pregnant one.
All right. Get your last farewell. Na, ennyi volt. Itt mentünk le. Ja, nem itt mentünk le, itt mentünk le. Mit tudom én. Hú, de meleg van itt fent.
Science and Research was doing a cricket count, and they said in between that door and where the rainbow room was, where all those, as you can see, we're not like going down into a cave, it kind of carves into a hill. And so it's easier for them to go in and out. They're mainly by those cave entrances. Oh, spiders, but don't worry about that.
I know there's a...
The soda straws and stuff was going on. There were about
Squeeze
5,000
in
to
here.
6,000
Thanks.
cave crickets.
Wow, I believe it.
Yeah. So you got your cricket fix.
There's more towards the end than at the beginning.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. They like to be closer to the entrance. As you can see, we're not like going down into a cave. It kind of carves into a hill. And so it's easier for them to go in and out. They're mainly by those cave entrances. Oh, spiders, but don't worry about that.
I know there's a lot of variables involved, but is there an estimate on the growth rate of the stalactites?
Yeah. I mean, it varies based on how much water there is and how slow that water is moving. But it is said that it takes between 100 to 300 years to grow an inch of that stalactite. So you can imagine how long it took to actually form that frozen Niagara.
Yeah, we noticed that one wall was all caged
Yeah.
off, so people don't bring them.
Right. Yeah.
So what's the longest continuous in one direction cave that you have here? Any idea?
It's a great question. I mean, it all turns all around. We have Grand Avenue that you'll continue all throughout. It takes 4 hours, 4 miles to go through.
Jumps to the Corvette Museum at Bowling Green. Have you been there? You haven't been to that? Yeah, it's about, what, 30-minute drive?
Yeah. I can't miss it either. It's right off the highway.
Matter of fact, right there, 65, first exit, well, it'll be second exit, Bowling Green.
Yeah.
You just get down.
Get in there.
Just what now?
How much to get in there?
I'm not sure what their charge fee is.
We ended up getting a AAA discount. It was about
For the Corvette Museum.
Ja, miután a buszról leszálltunk, át kell menjünk itt egy ilyen valami szappanos vízen, hogy ne terjesszük a valami gomba, ami megöli a denevéreket. Persze, mint a buszból kilépsz, egyenesen a gift store-ba érsz. A csecsebecse üzletbe. Na de hát ez ilyen valamiből meg kell éljenek ők is.
Where are you guys from? Oh yeah, you did say that. Never mind.
Osztrákok? Ványászlámpa $20 illetve sisaklámpástól. Nézzük, hogy működik ez a masina. Oda fordítod a kart, van 4 design, kiválasztod melyikkel. Addig forgatod a kart, még oda kerül. Beledobsz egy 25 centest, még egy 25 centest. És egy 1 centest. Megnyomod. Akkor addig fordítod, amíg alul kiesik a penid. Ki lett simítva, lapítva mind a két fele, és egyik felébe belé lett nyomva az a design, amit kiválasztottál. Ja, onnan indult a busz, ide jött vissza Mamut Cave Hotel, ott van a gift shop, elől a visitor center, és ott parkoltunk túlfele. Gyönyörű szép hely. Tiszta, rendezett. Nagyon magány. Motoros csaj. Helyenként itt úgy látom, vannak még ilyen rejtett barlangok, de le vannak nagyon vasazva, hogy ne tudjon a hülye turista bemászni és ott rekedjen. Indulunk Missouriba, St. Louisba. Ott leszünk 5:30-ra. Ma hányadika? 10-e szeptember, 10-e kedd. Na, megvolt a Mamut barlang. Jó volt, fasza volt, jó élmény volt. Hát persze még el lehetett volna egy hetet tölteni, ott sok barlangot, más barlangot is meg lehet nézni. Csak egy részét láttuk. De hát annyira azért nem érdekelnek a barlangok, hogy egy hétig föld alatt mászkáljak. De jó volt. Jó, olyan meleg van itt, gyerekek, meg lehet dögleni. 36 Celsius fok. Szörnyű. Mutatja, hogy 33, de 36-nak érződik. Ez 100 Fahrenheit körül van. Na jó, menjünk akkor Missouriba.